Did you know that Song HyeKyo had to go on an extreme diet just to shoot this scene? She wanted to make sure that her body looked malnourished and damaged, so she only ate bananas for 3 days and didn't drink water before shooting the scene. Her dedication to the role is truly amazing. And what about Cha Ju-young, who played Hye-jung? Her role was definitely on the sultry side of things, where she had to wear the most revealing outfits. But there's one scene where she takes her shirt off in front of Yeonjin to show her naked upper body. To our surprise, that was enhanced by CGI. The Glory has been such a huge hit, and it's definitely the show of the year so far. With that said, here are 5 moments of karmic justice in The Glory.
Number 5. Doyong beats up Jejun. When Jejun finds out he is the legitimate father of Yasol, he goes out of his way and starts getting involved with her life, showing up at school and going as far as buying furniture and toys in the hopes that he would get custody for her. It all comes to a head when he instigates Doyong in the parking lot. I guess bullies will always be bullies. In any case, Doyong gets to vent his frustrations on Jejun's face for all his recent antics. It's equally satisfying to know that Jejun just cannot fight at all. Like it was a wash from the start and Doyong absolutely schooled him.
Number 4, pervy teacher gets destroyed. Out of all of the deplorable characters we meet on The Glory, Chu Jung-ho, the Semyoung elementary school teacher, was definitely one character we all wanted to see die, like right away. He was even creepier than Myongo. But when we found out that he was taking pictures of the children at the school, he needed to be assassinated ASAP. But when Dong-eun gets evidence of the pictures he's been taking from one of the teachers, she wastes no time setting things in motion. And it's weird because I certainly found myself cheering on Jejun as his fist slammed into Jung-ho's creepy face, beating it to a pulp. Either way, they both got what they deserved.
Number 3, Yasol condemns her own mother. This one was low-key satisfying. Big props to the child actor who played Yasol. After finding out the truth about what her mother had done, Yasol confronts Yeonjin and scolds her. I don't know about you, but if there's anything that can break anyone, it has to be losing the trust of your own child. As this was an integral phase in Dong-eun's revenge, this might be the catalyst that started to break Yeonjin as her family and friends began to abandon her. It was Yasol's dream to be just like her mom and become a forecaster after all. Maybe not so much anymore. Ouch. Number 2, the shaman's death. There's probably nothing more karmic in this show than the shaman's death. All this time she's been using her spiritual powers for her own greed, especially towards the end, when she takes all that money to lead Hyunnam's husband to his death. During the final ritual, the show gives us a brief hint of mysticism and fantasy, as it seems that So-hee herself takes over the shaman's body. She greets Yeonjin and scares her away. But suddenly the shaman starts yelling in an empty area where no one is around. It must have been the spirit of So-hee herself, as we see Dong-eun suddenly get emotional here. The shaman then suddenly collapses and dies on the spot. God's deadliest punishment in Korean shamanism. In this case, you reap what you sow.
And number 1, Myongo gets clobbered by Gyeongran. You would think that all Myongo lost was his life in exchange for all the suffering he's dealt out. But when it comes to Yeonjin doing the deed, it just wouldn't be as satisfying. Gyeongran was one of several victims to have been bullied by this group, and she just so happened to end up working for them, making even her adult life miserable. We hoped that Gyeongran would play a pivotal role in Dong-eun's revenge schemes, but it turns out she didn't. She got the next best thing. Revenge of her own. When it's finally revealed that Gyeongran had indeed struck the killing blow on Myongo, it had made his demise all the more satisfying as he had continually assaulted her and violated her even through adulthood. So while Myongo had fallen prey to Dong-eun's long-winding schemes, Gyeongran, through sheer karma, was in the right place at the right time to deliver justice with her own 2 hands.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. How did it make you feel? Which one was the best moment of karmic justice for you?
I think it has to be the Gyeongran one. I think because it's not something that was immediately planned. Dong-eun, she was going to get her justice. She was going to get her karma because she had planned it all from the very beginning. But just being there, like the last thing you remember of this person that you're about to, deliver the death blow to, is violating you and continually doing so. Just being there at the right moment. Right?
Yes.
Especially when you think that Yeonjin did it and you're like, well, I mean, he deserves to get it from Dong-eun at least.
Yeah.
But then she did it.
I mean, the amazing part about that is that she wasn't even really part of the plan.
Yeah.
Right? One thing that I would like to mention is the homeroom school teacher, Dongun's homeroom school teacher, who met his demise through like allergic reactions in a room full of flowers. That didn't make the list, but I thought it was good to mention.
Yeah, it's definitely an honorable mention, considering, you know, she's trying to withdraw. She's trying to remove herself from this situation, and all you can do is just like get mad at that and just slap her.
It was crazy.
That's crazy. Well, a lot of people willing to forego like their integrity to
help Dongun.
Yeah, right? Basically killing his own father.
Right.
For the wrongs that he did.
Right. Whatever you need, Dongun, like we'll do it for you. This might not be karmic justice, but it was very satisfying to see Yeonjin's mother abandon her towards the end in exchange for that name tag.
Yeah, it's sort of kind of just satisfying in general to see that the mother that had been covering up for her this entire time just couldn't anymore. Right. You always kind of wondered what was the tipping point, because even when she was in high school and, you know, Dongun had first, you know, filed those reports, she would help cover it up and she would scold Yeonjin's like, you shouldn't be hanging out with these people.
With oaths.
Yeah, you know, you gotta protect yourself. It's not the fact that she shouldn't be doing this stuff. So you gotta not get caught.
Yeah, such an amazing show. We've got another video coming up soon. It's going to be pretty awesome. We're gonna recommend 5 revenge K-dramas, so stay tuned for that. In any case, that is it for us, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. What were your favorite karmic justice moments in The Glory? Leave those comments in the section below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tap that bell so you know when we post new videos. Give us a like. Give us a like, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.